What are the foundational areas of leadership? I know you have a 5 C's framework. Can you expand on that?
I would be happy to. So, as it comes to the 5 C's, I put this together a couple of years ago as I wrote my book, Unprecedented. The 5 C's really start with connection, commitment, caring, remaining curious. And then the fifth C on that is communication. And so when you look at those C's, starting with connection, as a business owner, and again, we're trying to really focus on ways that's going to build trust, build relationships throughout your organization, starting to be able to connect with your people. And that means in many cases, we have to get out of our offices and really be out if you're in a manufacturing facility, you have to be out in the plant on the floor, being with your people so that you can start to have conversations with them. So you connect with them. And as part of that connection, it's really, saying hello to them when they come to work. It's thanking them when they leave to go home at the end of the day. But it's not just to your people, but it's also connecting with the other shareholders or stockholders within the company. It's also being able to connect with your community leaders so that you have, and also with your customers or your clients as well. So there's a lot of connection points that a business owner really needs to focus on. And then when it comes to the next C, which is commitment, this really kind of goes back to looking at your mission, vision, values, making sure that those statements that you have, that you're 100% confident that that is who you are, not just as a organization, but that's who you are as a leader too, because there has to be alignment there with the values between you as a person and your company. Because if you don't have that, when you're coming to work and you're not in alignment there, your entire organization is going to have challenges just in the buy-in and from the engagement from your people. So you have connection, then you have commitment, then you have care. And care comes back to you're really just bringing being a human back to leadership. And we saw some really great examples of this as we went through the pandemic. A lot of times we saw when we went to shelter in place and we sent all of our people home working remote, we still had business leaders that were really focused on staying connected with their people by creating videos, by creating communications, updating them on, what the status was with the company and what the leadership team was working on. And what we saw from that as it came through the pandemic was the fact that those companies that had leadership remaining engaged with their people, the company was able to actually thrive throughout that time rather than just trying to survive. And then next we have remaining curious. I think as a leadership and our own personal growth, it's a journey. There is not a destination to where you say, all right, I've got all the answers and I've arrived. So we have to remain curious. And when you remain curious as a leader, innovation takes place. You're able to really work together in a collaborative style to where you actually bring people along with you on that journey. And so from that, you're getting buy-in from your people, and your people are feeling like they have some ownership in some of the decision-making process. You ultimately still own that as the leader, but you're gaining other perspectives from experience. The gaining other perspectives leads to wisdom and to better results. And then the fifth C that kind of ties all of this together is communication. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it, the rhythm that you have with your communication. And also, it doesn't mean just talking. A lot of times, the communication piece to this is actually sitting with your people and listening to what they're saying, understanding what's important to them, and understanding not just as from a team or from a company perspective, but in your smaller companies, it's actually getting to know that individual employee on a personal level